Good morning. Good morning. Today I would like to discuss with you how to conduct accident cases 304A, 338, 337, 336 and other allied offences of Motor Vehicle Act. The even you can conduct a murder case trial very easily, but not traffic cases because res ipsa liquidator. That means the doctrine says the incident itself speaks about your negligence. So, to conduct traffic cases, we should be very vigilant. The reason is that in order to get away with the traffic offences, you must have three bona fide belief, reason to believe, good faith. These three things should be defense for you if you have reasons for the accident. Yes, then if your client approaches you immediately after the accident, it is far better that you go to scene of occurrence and take photograph of the tire marks. If you take a photographer who is expert, may definitely take the tire. Then second thing, you must know the state of affairs of traffic at the scene of occurrence, whether there was a possibility of riding the vehicle high speed or not, because in some state, particularly in Madras city, in several states, we cannot ride the vehicle very rapidly, fast. The other thing is, what was the line printed over the road, whether it was yellow line in between the road, mid of the road, or white line intervening. These things are most important. Then was there any signal available nearby the accident, scene of occurrence? And thereafter CCTV cameras. It is better that you witness the CCTV camera about the accident, actually what had taken place. These things are most important. Suppose the accused approaches you after filing the charge sheet. It is not that much of possible, except one or two factors could be ascertained. Then number one, the eyewitnesses. Eyewitnesses are planted. Definitely, only few witnesses come to speak who witness the occurrence. Therefore, they probably plant a relative of the victims or informant. Therefore, be very cautious that if we deviate from the prosecution case and speak something exaggerated, and do not enlighten him that he is exaggerating. You simply put a suggestion stating that you are not the actual real witness, only for the interest of the complainant or victim. You are speaking like as tainted by the investigating officers. Then the other question was the doctor's evidence. So far, motor vehicle accident cases are concerned after Jacob Matthew case and Paramananda Katara, even private doctors are permitted to give first aid. So there may be, and you must take note that the doctor who records accident report, what was his time of arrival of the victim, who brought him, whether the police was immediately informed or not. If that would be the case, you put a question to the IO where he went there. Then of course the observation marker, rough sketch and all that. Then the question arises, motor vehicle inspector. Still, so far my experience concerned, neither investigating officer nor defense counsels nor motor vehicle inspectors understand to give evidence before the court what is the purpose for motor vehicle inspection report. They simply say the vehicle which involved in the accident, and also the person who rode the vehicle, and the person who sustained injury. If suppose he also rode the vehicle, says the vehicle did not contain mechanical defect. So suppose I put a question to all, including the IO as well as the motor vehicle inspector. If suppose a person carries a vehicle with mechanical defect, is it not offence? Prima facie it is an offence, having known that the vehicle is sustaining mechanical defect. If we go with the vehicle, that itself shows his negligence. So that should not be the certificate. Then you can very well give a suggestion that this is not sufficient. You simply put this question that this is not sufficient to hold that the vehicle was indulged in the accident by negligence. Only that much of suggestion is sufficient. Then what would be the suggestion, what would be the certificate by the motor vehicle inspector? It should be that at the time of accident there was no sudden mechanical failure. That should be the certificate. You never have seen such a certificate. So you catch that point particularly. Then question arises, drink and drive. How to get over with the drink and drive? Probably you can challenge the doctor who certifies that he was under the influence of alcohol, and what will be the quantity found in blood which is above limit, which is which is above limit causes culpability for that having that much of consumption of alcohol. There are certain tables. I think 14% of the alcohol contains in the blood is limited one. If it goes extent, that is fatal, lethal, culpable, all these things are there. How to get in? But you keenly observe my this advice. You should. I can't say it directly because that is not good. Fair enough. Being a senior lawyer, having 40 years of it. In one case, what had happened? The accused examined is one of the friend who stated in the box that on that prior to leaving the place by the driver accused, he had drinks, but the friend told that he never had occasion to drink. He was not a drunkard. He had to drink, but the friends only to deceive him, to play foul with him, mixed the drink with cool drinks. So that only caused that only reason the driver accused was found with consumption of alcohol while driving. So automatically general exceptions, if involuntary intoxication is not an offence. That was the defense he had taken, and believing the evidence of the DW1, the accused was acquitted from the charges. These things are most important. So then the investigating officer normally says, implant the eyewitnesses. You have to put a question at what time you contacted, through what means you are contacted, because victim may be in the hospital and some chance witnesses, passerby may not be the witness normally. Therefore, they implant the relative, claiming that he was also accompanied, he was pillion driver, all those things. So all those things you can get with the investigating officer. And similarly, the 161 statement, if contradicted by the witnesses, that should be confronted with the IO. These all are things. And then my last request is, everybody is calling me around the clock. I am not disturbed unless and until I am not in indisposed of conditions. So the thing is, I want to give my cell number. Periodically, all subscribers want my cell number, and this cell number I see. I have 3 numbers. This my cell number 944444924 is Geo cell. Then my Airtel number was 91503249924, which also contains a Google Pay account number. Then my landline number 0443559270. This is most why I am giving this number means, see, during nowadays we are attending online court proceedings. So probably I am daily having 4 to 5 cases in almost all courts. Therefore, these 2 numbers 944444924 and 9150324924 are being used for online proceedings. If suppose I am attending physical hearing, still these numbers are kept open online by my son junior and other junior advocates following the other court proceedings. The court is being reached, they may inform to judges to pass over the matter. Therefore, it is far better leave about this week, except the vacation sitting, between hours 10 to 5 p.m. The other number, cell number, landline number, you can contact me, and these things are done. I hope right from the beginning, initially I was maintaining a Justice STR Advocates Welfare Trust, and Sweethearts Movement for All Nuts. For these both trusts, I have printed multi-number of books, legal books, jurisprudence, whatever, so many books I have printed and circulated free of cost. And so many things I have done. But nowadays, due to this COVID regulations and having solemnized marriage of 3 daughters and a son, and proposed to conduct marriage of my another son. See, I am not financially that much good to help the periodical day-to-day request of young advocates, young law graduates and poor advocates. Therefore, if anybody is interested, you can contribute your some amount, not much amount, so that I can consider your amount to siphon to those in need. And if I am financially sound, your amount will be freezed for your own purpose by printing some other law books and circulate to you only. So I need not, though I am having substantial income, but nowadays due to COVID regulations and suddenly high standard maintenance of the office and this the performance of solemnization of marriages of my wards, that's why my request. I will withdraw my request later on if all my financial regain same status. Best wishes.